What's up, Internet? How's it going? Welcome to 734. I'm Jason DeRusha. Nice to have you with us. Do you know what day it is? That's right. It's Thursday. You got it. You got it right, people. Let's take a look at the forecast for today. Did you like yesterday? It's all right. It's going to be a little bit cooler today, but in the same ballpark, right? High temperature, about 61. A little bit of sun out there. Yeah, sunny, cloudy right now. Things go in the toilet tomorrow. I believe that's a meteorological term. I don't even think it's going to be 50 tomorrow. So kind of garbage, but what can you do? What can you do? Nothing. How about this? Let's dream of having sports again, right? Even people who don't care about sports, I think, kind of miss it. A new survey this morning shows fans are ready for live games to start up again, even if they can't attend. Now, ESPN asked 1,000 people. 65% said they would watch sports without fans in the stands. Many leagues now weighing options on how to get things rolling again as states start to reopen. St. Paul Saints say they've got a plan for the summer. We'll talk about that in a moment. But we want to know this. Would you watch sports if they were done in an empty arena? So say the NBA got things rolling again. Would you watch? Hockey, talking about using neutral sites, like having a bunch of games in Minneapolis. You could use the U of M. You could use Target Center, the Wild Arena, lots of different spots. So leave a comment on Facebook. We will read through a couple of those comments in just a moment. Let's get you up to date on some of the top stories today. We've learned another 3 million Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. So if you do the math over the past 7 weeks, 33 million people have filed. And we know more people than that are out of work. In local news, North Memorial Health is opening drive-through and walk-through COVID-19 testing today in Robbinsdale. Now, everybody can't just go there. You have to qualify by having at least one symptom of the virus, but you don't have to go to your doctor and get a referral. Site will be open Monday through Friday. It should take about a week to get your test results back. Another major Minnesota plant is closed because of COVID-19. Not a meat packing plant this time. It's a window manufacturing plant. Renewal By Andersen says 2 manufacturing employees in Cottage Grove tested positive. Company says the plant closure doesn't affect their retail operations in Roseville. It does show you how seriously they take this in Cottage Grove, though, to have 2 employees tested, that they've shut down the whole operation and are doing a deep, deep cleaning. They're also, just want to let you know, if you are looking to replace your windows, they have procedures to keep employees and customers safe at the retail side. They're doing no contact consultations with homeowners. They can go look at your windows from the outside or do a virtual thing. The plant in Cottage Grove expects to get rolling again on Monday after that deep cleaning. Several miles of parkways in Minneapolis will stay closed. Park Board voted to extend those closures till at least June 7th. Part of the deal is that the walkways, the paths, have gotten so crowded that they want people to kind of spread out into the spread out into the street. Part of me thinks this is the Park Board's long sought-after goal of shutting down every single street in Minneapolis so we all have to ride bikes. But the paths are really crowded, so it has been nice for people living along the parkways to be able to walk in the parkways, and people can still get outside. If you have United Healthcare insurance, you might get a credit on your account. United Health Group just announcing this morning it will provide more than $1.5 billion in assistance and rebates to its customers. You know, people have been paying premiums, but with elective services done, regular checkups and doctor's visits done, people aren't really using their health care the way they were before. So United Health crediting between 5% and 20% of premiums billed in June. There'll be other cost savings for seniors through September. Imagine being 16 and trying to get your driver's license right now. You can't do a road test. We talked about Wisconsin yesterday. Minnesota, we've covered this before, the long backlog of people waiting to get their license, how parents are kind of finding spots all over the state for kids to get their test. Well, so it's bad. It's getting worse. Here's what we're looking at. Wisconsin waiving that road test for new drivers if they completed their training. I think it's 30 hours of training you do in Wisconsin, and then their parents sign off. But we went to the state Senate Transportation Chair and said, what do you think? Would something like this fly here in Minnesota?
I just don't see it happening. Not at least without an awful lot of committee work and vetting and a lot of input from people, including the public.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen, right? More than 13,000 road tests have been canceled during the pandemic. Consider that. Wow. Newman says COVID-19 making a big problem even worse. He says legislators know about it. They're thinking about it. He's asking for patience, though, saying that finding a solution. I mean, they're going to need a ton more people to execute these driver's tests. And who knows when people will be ready to get in a car with a stranger and do a road test. So, all right, tough situation there. IRS asking the families of some Americans to send back their stimulus checks. I've been getting some texts from people who have said, hey, I just got a stimulus check for my mom who died 2 years ago. Treasury Department says, yeah, you don't get to keep it if you have a loved one who died over the last year or two and got a check. You got to send it back. The entire amount should be mailed back unless the money went to a couple. Surviving spouse can keep half of the stimulus. So we put all the information. So if you have a paper check, this is easy. If it's a direct deposit, it's a little more work. So go to WCCO.com/links and check that out. City of St. Paul starting to reopen some of their basketball and tennis courts. So if you want to play tennis, you can go to St. Paul right now. Parks and Rec staff will be at these soon-to-be unlocked courts to subtly suggest that perhaps you might want to spread out, sir. No team sports, no pickup games allowed. The city is saying, you know, and I will say, like, you pass a basketball court and you see a game, it might make the hair on the back of your neck stand up, but it could be people who all are living in the same house. So calm down. We have a link to open locations on our website, WCCO.com, just in time for it to be 49 degrees. Get back out and hit the hoops. Fishing opener is Saturday. Nobody cares what the weather's like. You're going to be out there fishing, right? And the state has sold 100,000 more fishing licenses this year than any other year. It's because we have nothing else to do. And you can go fish by yourself. It's time out of your house where you're sick and tired of your kids not doing their math homework. DNR is saying if you do go fishing, you don't get to tie your boats together, no tying rafts together. Not that I see most fishermen or fisherwomen doing that. They want you to stay close to home, avoid the super popular lakes, and kind of, there's the deal. So have fun when you are out fishing this weekend and all summer. St. Paul Saints, we alluded to this. They are still making plans to play this summer, possibly by July. If you can count on anything for the St. Paul Saints, it's dreaming about the impossible and the unlikely, and that is what they're doing. They got a plan. It makes sense. They're going to screen fans before they enter the game, limit how many people can attend. Fans would be spread out in the stands, too. Employees would be screened and wear protective gear. The Saints say, you know, they set it up to follow CDC and state health guidelines. But are you betting on this happening? And should we take a poll in the studio? Who thinks that Saints are going to happen? No, no, no. Everybody says no. Got a plan for it. Why not? And NFL's optimistic, too. More likely we'll see football in the fall than Saints action in the summer. The NFL's going to release the schedule for the season later today. Is this the dumbest sports development ever? Teams are allowed to reveal their schedule 30 minutes early. Normally it comes out at 7. There's like a show, right? Don't they do it on there's like a TV show where they reveal it? So fascinating. Ooh, it's the schedule. Well, you get to do it 30 minutes early. Great. Vikings will have a virtual happy hour starting at 6, which I know a lot of you will join in on the social media and the Twins website, team's website.
Reruns of Wheel of Fortune. You don't run up against those.
That's true. Yeah.
Nope.
No, you'll be destroyed. I was watching the wheel last night, and I knew the final puzzle, and the player totally shanked it. Yeah, you hate to see it. And me yelling at the screen does not help someone.
I'll take a D and a C.
Episode that was taped 2 months ago or 6 months ago, whatever. All right, let's talk about sports. To be honest, like if you had a baseball game today with no one in the stands, I would 1,000% watch. I think if you had a Twins game and it was on national TV, don't you think it would have like Super Bowl-like ratings tonight? I think people are hungry for it.
I think I'm on the same page as you, and I think most of the people here are on your side.
Why not? Why wouldn't you watch
Karen
it?
says, yes, for sure, we want the Twins and the Vikings.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, Darla says, I'm all for seeing baseball again. I think part of it is summer's here and we need that.
I think that's right. Yeah,
Right.
the weather feels like it, and you miss it. I miss it. Oh.
Judy said, I would watch sports without fans. It would be good, though, if they could pipe in audience runs or audience sounds when somebody can
You know, I was asking my kids about that. Like, if they broadcast the games, would you want, like, fake applause and cheering?
Yeah, like when I was watching Saturday Night Live, when they did the Zoom episodes, I'll
right.
call them. It was a little bit weird that the punchlines had no...
It kind of needed a laugh track, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because it's not as funny
Man.
as we think.
I feel like, does the 734 need a laugh track? See, no, we
Sorry.
just had the live.
Yeah,
It's fine.
That's the laugh
You
you
did
get.
it.
Just
Eric,
a sort of
Eric
choked
did
off.
it. Yeah. I've been asking for a laugh track on the morning show for a long time, and our management says if I start saying anything that's worthy of laughter, then they'll consider it.
Then you also have to have a boo track.
That would certainly be used more often. Hey, it's Friday Eve, everybody. Thanks for watching the 734. We'll see you tomorrow.